Hello, welcome back to day 6 on Strange Antiquities, where we have an indoor puzzle again. Up the stairs, left and then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night, so I'm guessing that's going to be a bedroom. And we're going to want to be in Gleeston Castle again. So this time we want the first floor, so we've gone up the stairs. And we go left. Now, is that going to mean left in the hallway or left into this room? No, that can't be right. So go up the stairs, we follow the corridor around. You can go down the stairs there. I wonder what that room is. But I guess it's all the way to the end here, left. See, you'd think it's talking about the master bedroom though, wouldn't you? The first floor layout isn't exactly simple. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay, let's take this really literally. We've gone up the stairs, we go left into this room. And then we go left again down here. Yeah, that would not make sense. So we go up here, we follow this round until we do the first left. And then left again down here. That would technically be the first right if you did that. I feel like I want to check the master bedroom, even though it's probably not that. It does make sense that that's where you spend the night. We have a grand four-poster bed that dominates the room, but my eye is drawn to a portrait on the far wall. It depicts a brown-haired woman of simple beauty, with a raven perched on her shoulder. Elizabeth, Edmund's late wife. All at once I realise that I am intruding in this personal space, and I leave feeling guilty and uneasy. Oh. Okay, sorry. Oh, wait, I didn't know that I was going to get a bad mark against me for doing that. Okay, sorry, people. Let's actually just get rid of our exclamation mark over here. We met the priest last time. I think that's the only new person we have, though, here. Right, let's pet the cat for calming. Let's see who the first customer is before we go back and see if we can work out that card again. Helena Appleton. Hello, how can I help you? I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. Oh, why? Where do you live? I heard you might be able to help me. I might be able to. I do recall reading about something that reduced noise. St. John's Anvil. Okay, let me check in the book. I've got a lot of books, hang on. So I haven't found one of these before. The items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name. A fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. Okay, that's not very helpful for actually finding it. The St. John's poppy plant is reflected in its design, so is it going to look like a flower? Because I don't recall seeing anything that looked like a flower. How many petals does the poppy have? 5. Okay. First of all, does anything look obviously flower-like? Because that would be a giveaway. No. It definitely doesn't. Maybe I'm looking for something that kind of seems 5 petals? Maybe I actually just don't have it. This looks a bit like a poppy leaf. Perhaps if I try to listen to you. All sounds are muffled in its presence. I think it's that. Can we do any inner perception on it? No. This is warm. I think it's that. I think that is a poppy leaf. If we go down here and look. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, the leaves in the design are similar to the leaves in the plant, and it does muffle sounds. You're welcome. Right, Grey's Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share the design of a shadow catcher. Is that like a dream catcher? Okay. Let's have one more customer and then we'll go back and see if we can work out the clue of the day. A new person. Barton Potter. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I am. I bet he's a hard man to work under. To be honest, not really. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. Why, what happened to it? I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elverstone if you have one. Okay, I'll have a look for you. Eye doesn't happen to have anything to do with crows, does it? Elverstones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as braxis or burning blood. Oh. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that's also reflected in their design. Okay, I'm going to have to do some more research for this one. Do I have any notes for what these are? No. I guess I can just find other stuff that's to do with them. We definitely need to work out what the planetary metal is, though. Not in the gemstone book. Okay, celestial, Selenic. Connection that's reflected in its design. So that's the symbol for Selenic. So you've got like a big circle at the bottom and a little one at the top. Triangle in a circle. Do I have something about metals in here? Materials. Planetary metals. It's associated with the Selenic discipline. How? Because Selenic means of the moon. So it's silver. So it's going to be silver. And the design might be, I guess, either like the moon sign or like the Selenic sign. Okay, and I'm guessing it's a literal stone, so a stone and something with a moon. Well, that literally has a moon on it, but I don't think it's stone. That looks like it is literally a branch. Made of yew wood. Yeah, that's not going to be it. Right, something silver with the moon. This? It's cool and smooth with the moon. I can't... It has an ethereal quality to it. That's not especially helpful, but it is a moon made of silver. So to be honest, I think it's going to be this one. Hey. Elverstone. Features a crescent moon, and the metal is silver. Perfect. Okay, what do you want to trade me for? Ooh. Okay, that's a cool item. See, this is what I mean when I say that he's not a hard boss to work for. I have honestly no idea what I'm doing when I came in here. And I'm just... I'm learning as I go from a book. And he just lets me trade whatever I want. This could be worthless for all I know. kind of running out of shelf space. Fudge that one up over there. I've actually just realised I'm not marking things, and I should be. See, that one was the Elver Stone. And this one was the... What was it called again? The poppy one. Hang on, let's just skip through this. I'll find the page. St. John's Anvil. This is the St. John's Anvil. Flipping through the book really shows you how many things there are in this game, how many items there are. Let's have a look at his page on here. The relic hunter, Barton Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Barton Potter would use to describe himself. Modest guy, then. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who've dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of few who ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does, at the slightest provocation. Okay, whoever wrote this isn't a fan of Barton Potter. But it does sound like the item he gave us is probably fair trade. Okay, let's go back to Gleeson Castle with our card. Right, up the stairs. Left, then left again, second on the right. Up the stairs, left, left again. Technically that would take us into here if we were going to follow that room. But then second on the right wouldn't make sense anymore. Because we would have just trapped ourselves in a room. So it's not going to be that. It's not going to be left into the bedroom. Or whatever room this is. And it can't be downstairs. Can it? Because if we went over here, up the stairs... Wait, which stairs? Maybe I should use the ground floor to look at this, because we could go straight up those stairs. There's also stairs here. Oh, but... Yeah, there are stairs there, and there's also stairs down into the vaults. I don't have a page for the vaults though. What are these? Oh, this was a mistake. Oh, I can just go down the stairs. I didn't mean to do that. No. Don't judge me, I was just being curious. Honestly, this card sounded so easy and it is not. So we go up here, we turn left. And then we have to turn left. And then it would be this one, right? So up the stairs, left, left. First right would be this. Second right would be this. Is this it? Yeah. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that's been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Why was the room abandoned? Oh, that is creepy. People live here though, why? Why are some rooms just left abandoned with creepy kind of finger. 2 fingers on a pedestal. It makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. Yeah, we'll leave that over there in the corner. Let's pet the cat again for comfort. Oh, hello, Verona. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Okay. What have you got for me? Ambra. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Yeah, that does sound like it, doesn't it? But why would somebody be using those? And also, it means that they used them much earlier, and then these people ended up in that building where the crows were. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Are you thinking they picked it up accidentally? Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. We appreciate you though, Verona. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. Well, you know, we are trying to help, but we're also trying to run a shop. They'd do it all wrong anyway. You're probably right. Okay. Who's next? Francis Mason. Hello, what have you got for me? I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does something to me. Okay, have you considered not wearing it? It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. That doesn't sound too bad. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. Okay, maybe it is quite bad then. It is rather pretty though. Someone told me I need a Cosy purifier and that this is the place to get one. Really? You still want to wear it just because it looks nice? Well, okay, let's see if we can help you then. Don't agree with your decisions, but a small topaz gemstone, known as the Eye, is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon, are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. Can we warn her about that? Because I don't think she should just trust that this is going to work. This is going to be something in a liquid. So it has to be a liquid. It has to have a topaz gemstone in it. And it can't be that because I know that silent breath. So is it this? It's pearlescent blue, but there doesn't appear to be anything inside it. What else do I have that's a liquid? That's shadow hold, so it's not that. Is there anything inside this bottle? Can't see through this one. It has a strong odour, and when I shake it, it rattles. Yeah, it's going to be this. Yeah. Oh, it bears a symbol for vinegar as well. I didn't even think to look at that. Right. The holes in a valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. They're used by the adventurers to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Okay, let's get a label on this one. We're doing pretty well today. I feel like we're making good progress. Simone Green, you're another character from Strange Horticulture. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? Oh, it's very old. Perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. That is intriguing. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. I do like discovering secrets. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? Yes, I did. I wondered what they were for. I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. Ooh. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Okay, additional mystery. I love that. Can I? Oh, there we go. Alcove key. Okay. Horn shackle, evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Oh, okay. I definitely know what a horn shackle is. I remember labeling it. It's not going to be a necklace. Yes. Do I already have an evocant? I do. A stone that weighs the same as a man's heart. Oh yeah, I do remember that one. What was it? Yes. And then a moon something. A moon something. Yeah, do I literally have anything that starts with the word moon? That'd be a good place to start. It could be a moonstone guardian. For the banishment of Hobsphere and Noctic Sight, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Like this? I have absolutely nothing to remark on this. All I know is what it's made of. Could it be you, though? No? No. Are you a guardian? No. A comforting guardian. Cat? Can we put the cat on the plinth? I don't know. That's really vague. Takes the form of a comforting guardian. And it's not this. Because that's the only, like, person sort of figure. The banishment of Hobsphere and Noctic Sight. Do I know what those are? Is it going to have an actual moonstone in it? Could it be a tree with a moon? No. I mean, it has a moon on it, but I think that's a bit far-fetched. Yeah, I don't think I have that. Yet. What kind of stone does this have in it? A blue gemstone. That's not a moonstone. What happened here again? I don't have that. You might have to find the thing that that goes in the last slot, I think. Okay, let's see who's next. Jim Wolf. Hi, Jim. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. Aw, Jim. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. Okay. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter.
Oh.
Okay, we need a hearing charm for Jim. A simple trinket that amplifies sounds. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. And hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing, so something like a hare. Okay. I hope you are telling me the truth, Jim, and you're not planning to eavesdrop on somebody. Known for their hearing. What animal-shaped things do I even have? It's a ram, that's not really well known for its hearing. The raven is a Dalek link. Deer? They do have pretty good hearing. It's made of clay. You can't perceive anything about it. I mean, they have to be able to hear well because they're hunted a lot. We also have a bat, but bats are definitely not well known for their hearing, unless you count the fact that it can, like, echolocate. I don't think that's going to count. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be this. No? Surely it's not the bat. Is it? It is. Oh, okay. I guess they do have really good hearing, it's just very precise. Closer inspection confirms it enhances hearing ability. Oh, okay, I could have checked. Yeah, I guess in fairness, the fact that they can use echolocation means that their hearing is very good. I was just thinking it's not the same as human hearing. And we get the page for Veiled Fen, which is brightly coloured in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. It's a bit creepy. I hope that works for you, Jim. And that is the end of the day. Okay, that was pretty successful. Let's have a quick look at Simone Green's page. We actually only have one missing person now. The librarian, Simone Green. Simone finished reorganising the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. Oh, that's why she came here from Strange Horticulture. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. I like Simone. She manages the collection at the Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Oh wait, her mother's? Simone was in Strange Horticulture, right? It wasn't her mother. I'm pretty sure Simone was there. I'm excited to find more secrets now. I'm remembering that we have the secret up here as well to work out. Because I can change the phases of the moon with this and flip the clock round. I really want to find that so we can work out what's underneath the in the secret part of the shop. I'm gonna leave this one out on the desk. Okay, let's see what our secret is for day 6. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing 2 things at the same time. 1, a part of his mind was not his own, and 2, the casket wanted to be opened. This is a much creepier one than Strange Horticulture's mystery. Complicated one. Statue. A pointing woman. The maiden in the tower points the way. I'm buried among the trees. Oh, this is going to be a tricky one. Thank you for joining me on another day at Strange Antiquities, and a pretty successful day. Even if we did make a couple of mistakes, we didn't manage to, kill anybody or do anything terrible. So if you want to find out what happens next and what other secrets we're going to uncover in the shop, then please consider subscribing and liking the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!